You're watching Skullbanger.net, and I'm Jakey.
And I'm Andy, and we're from Amaranthe.
Hello there everybody, this is TJ for Skullbanger.net and Chaos Scene. I'm here with Jake and from Amaranthe. So, you guys are here in Kuopio. You've been to Finland before. I know you've had a lot of success here in Finland, so how are the Finnish fans treating you, and how's the tour been going so far?
Beyond our expectations. First show we did was sold out in Helsinki. The audience are fantastic. They've been fantastic everywhere.
Yeah.
All over Finland so far.
Okay. What other shows have you played so far here in Finland for this tour? I know you've been here before Kuopio to another show, but what was the other city that you played in?
Yeah, we played Helsinki, and the day before yesterday we played Oulu, and before that was...
Same.
Okay. So you guys are breaking into Finland pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have this. This is some kind of a warm-up for the European tour. We're going to do a European tour with co-headlining with Stratovarius,
Yes.
a Finnish band as well. We started in Munich the day on the release of our album, the 20th of May. So we're doing, I think it's 8 shows or something now in Finland.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So now for me, I have to admit I'm a relatively new listener to you guys. I just actually found out about you about a month or two with the Nexus movie. So, and also from my accent, you can tell I am not from Europe.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I know it blends in sometimes, you know. But I'm from Tennessee. I got friends in Tennessee. I come from a small town called Jamestown.
You know James?
I don't. He's been dead for a very long time. But I come from a town called Jamestown, Tennessee. And I actually had a friend there. She said, TJ, all these metal bands, you gotta be careful. They scare me. But you guys seem like nice folks, so can you reassure my friend from Jamestown and all the heavy metal hillbillies from Tennessee that might be interested in you that don't know about you? What can you tell about yourself to Tennessee fans?
Yeah, he will not meet James for a very long time.
Sure. No, we're good people.
Yeah.
We like to have fun. You know, traveling around, meeting people, just have a good time with their music. I mean, that's what we like to do. That's what we keep on doing for a very long time.
Yes, absolutely. Next question I got here for you is, now, as I listen to your music, I've not got to listen to the new album yet, I haven't had access to it, but your previous album, your self-titled album, I know there's a lot of science fiction themes running through your albums. Is that like something you consciously try to write about, or are you a science fiction type band, or does it just have to be the songs that...
I don't really know where you find the sci-fi, and I meant probably in the Nexus video.
Well, that is something like A Million Light Years Away, or things like that.
I think that 1 Million Light Years Away, that's just a cool title.
Sure.
It has nothing to do with space or anything. So, but the Nexus video can be interpreted a bit like sci-fi, but it's just that the main character in the lyrics, he gets frozen down in the cryo chamber in the ending of the first album.
Okay.
And now on this album he wakes up in the near future. So it's not really sci-fi. It's just a story about something else.
About a guy.
Story about a guy.
Yeah. And that's how a lot of stories start sometimes.
His name was James, and he had his own town.
Back in Tennessee, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, well.
He knew Jack Daniels as well.
Yes. Very close friends. Very close friends. Well, okay. Well, I was going to say keeping with the sci-fi thing, but since you said most of the songs aren't about sci-fi, but I did want to talk about the Nexus. Now, that is very science fiction looking to me. I'm going to make an assumption. It looks very video game-ish, a little bit like a first-person shooter to me. Now that may not be the case. I didn't know whose idea was it for the video. Are any of you video game fans, or is it?
Yeah, no. It was my idea out from the. I wrote a manuscript out from the lyrics.
Okay.
and then I co-produced that together with the director Patrick Elias, and we were just searching for the right location and stuff. It took us 2 months or something to actually find the right location, and finally we found some secret, you know, old military thing that we could use, and it wasn't really the meaning from the beginning that it should look like an alien movie, but the result of it with all these, you know, the floors are in this metal floors, and it almost looks like you're on a spaceship or something. And when I watch it now, I get like it's a lot of alien thing in here, but it's I just wanted to do something that looked like it was like in the future, something collaborating with Mad Max, you know, like you can see, and also you've seen the book Elijah.
I have not.
The book of Elijah.
Oh, Book of Eli.
Yeah. And you can see these clothes that they are wearing, and you see that it's in the future, and there's some post-apocalyptic thing going on. So, and then we just had a lot of different ideas, and we found these actors that we put all these gears on, and you know, you always have an idea from the beginning. It's like when you write a song. When you have the song in your head, it sounds in one way. It's also the same thing when you have a video in your head. The outcome will never be the thing you actually pictured it to be from the beginning. But we're really happy with the result.
I was very impressed with the video. So I thought you did a good job. But now, Chaos Scene was wanting me to ask a little bit more about your album. Like I said, I'm not going to listen to the newest one yet. I'm not had access to it. So they had a few questions they wanted me to ask. They said the Nexus, your new album, they say it's coming out tomorrow. Is that correct?
In Japan, it's coming out
tomorrow.
Yeah. Or because today I actually saw the album. Japanese fans that posted it on Facebook today. They just bought it. So I don't know the time differentials and stuff like that, but maybe it's released now.
Actually, it is tomorrow. Today.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Future.
Talk about sci-fi.
Well, now Chaos Inc. said you.
Hey, it's tomorrow.
Somewhere, right? So they said you picked a producer, Jacob Hansen. Now they was kind of wondering, why did you pick him? Was there a certain reason, or just kind of happened he fell into this a little bit? Or
We did the previous album.
Okay.
And he's a terrific guy, and he's doing his magic. You know, he just knows exactly how we want to sound.
Yeah. He's the man. You know, like the man behind our sound. If you get our, you know, like the first album we had all these demos done, but the sound was crappy as shit. But you can still hear our vision in it.
Sure.
And he totally just picked it up, and this is like, do you like this? And I think the first mix he gave us was like, yes.
Oh,
you get it. You're spot on.
So he's got that you kind of trust now what you're saying.
He's so good. He's so good with taking the best out of each and every one. I mean, I haven't been that satisfied with my own singing ever.
Yeah.
He really knows what spot to pick on.
Sure.
That was good, but yeah, no, let's do it one more time.
So he's a producer that pulls the best out of it. He doesn't try to write the songs for you.
No, exactly. He's not the producer in that case, but he, as Andy's telling you, he's magical when it comes to, you know, like get that magnificent take that you really want to have on the album.
Awesome. Okay, so now they also said the songs on the Nexus tend to be, you have heavier songs, and you have songs that are more mellow, a little bit more laid back than on your debut. Was that your main goal, to write a more diverse album, or just kind of that's what came out?
We actually spoke about, you know, doing what we did on the debut album and do everything more extreme. If it was poppy on the first album, it was supposed to be more poppy on the new album, and the extreme parts were the more extreme. The screaming parts were going to be more dubs.
Sure.
Yeah. The electronic parts are going to be more electronic, and so we kind of wanted to do the same thing, but even
Expand.
more.
Yeah, we raised it from 10 to 11, I think. But also, as I said in an interview yesterday, is that the first album was just something that we, from the beginning, me and Olaf was just sitting down making it for fun. From the beginning, it was meant to be just, what do you say?
Just a project.
A project for fun. We were inviting friends of ours from other Gothenburg metal bands, and when we wrote those songs, we never thought about like these songs are going to be played live, and a lot of the songs some of the songs from the first album are really good songs, but they don't really fit in when it comes to play them in front of an audience, because there's like and we want to make a show where the audience can be a part of it.
Sure.
And when we wrote the song for this album, we had that in mind as well, to make not to make it too complicated, and to make every song possible to play in the live set.
Cool. Okay. Now, how do you think your fans are going to react to the songs which tend to be a little bit more mellow, pop oriented? Do you think they're going to react favorably, or do you think they're going to backlash it?
we had the same thing with the first album. We have a song in there called Amaranthe, and it's very poppy. It's totally off from a regular metal ballad or stuff like that, but that was taken in really good by the fans, and they love it. And now we have another song which is not at any way the same as Amaranthe, but it's still a mellow song, and it's a bit more American touch to it. And we're probably gonna get some bad words about it, but it's all, our music is like this, that, and this is my own opinion, that we never have anyone in the middle that thinks that, yeah, it's kind of okay. Our fans is like, either you like it or you hate it.
Gotcha.
And we don't care about it, you know,
Well,
like.
Ultimately, you can't please everybody.
Of course not.
And you know, you got to be happy with what you do. And it seems like you are. So to me, in my opinion, I think that's what you really got to strive for. And the fact that if you're able to have a career with it, even better. Yeah. And it seems like so far you guys are starting off very well. So, let's see. Oh, okay. So now they ask about the debut album. Very successful for you guys. Do you feel pressure to have to follow that up, or how do you kind of do?
Kind of. Yeah, of course, with the pressure. I mean, we didn't have a clue what to expect with the first album. We were, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what the fuck happened? We just released an album and then we got to play everywhere.
That's awesome.
And then the record company, they wanted to, you know, put more money into it. They wanted to do this and that. They wanted to make it bigger and bigger. And we had to really make a good album. Yeah, we have made a really good album. And so that's really hope for a bigger success, and that the people like it as much as they like the first album.
Now, do you tend to read reviews of your albums when they come out, or do you kind of more at?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like when we're old campers in the happy camp, if you get my point. But all of us been releasing albums for 10 years with much smaller bands, and as Andy said, we had no idea what to expect when shit hit the fan.
Sure.
But back then, when the album was released, you were really searching for interviews, and you bought magazines, and internet wasn't that back at the time. And but nowadays, Facebook is Facebook, right? So there's a lot of people posting it, and you can find it through there. And sometimes you search for it, and of course you read it.
Sure.
But me personally, doesn't take a bad review. I don't go home and sit down in the corner and cry for it.
That's good. Did you cry with more than three?
No, I'll just take a shower.
Oh, okay. Makes you feel dirty. Well, cool. Okay, now, final question here. Now, they ask, Elise is obviously an attractive female. They say, the guy in Chaos, he said, he goes, looks at the comments on YouTube, instead of commenting on the music, they always comment about the person. Does that bother you, or is that just something that you just don't pay attention to, or how do you kind of react to it? They tend to focus on that and maybe not the music.
I have a really good answer on that, and that is that we're 6 guys in the band, and she's one of us, or one of them. So, you know, like the girls like me and Andy more than they like her. So, but the metal industry is of course dominated by males.
Sure.
So, I don't care.
So let me press this point. You said Elise is one of the guys.
Exactly.
She's a guy. Is that what you're doing?
I don't know how it is in Tennessee.
Just joking.
But...
Oh, well, let's be careful. Sometimes farm animals are involved. No offense to my home state, by the way. Just jokes. But that's all they had about the album, the Nexus coming out. But more questions for me. Your band dynamic, which I found was interesting. Obviously now in metal, we see the symphonic bands with the female singer and one male singer. Now, you guys are a little bit different. I know it's female and then two male singers. That I'm aware of. I'm not seeing many with one female and 2 male singers. Kind of how did that come together?
As I told you before, it was meant to be a project from the beginning. We invited people from In Flames, Evergrey, Hammerfall, a lot of bands that influenced us in our songwriting throughout the years. And we wanted to make like some kind of, to be a Summit's Avantasia. But and just for fun. So we started to invite friends, and Andy played with NY back then, melodic death metal band from Finland. So we asked him, and he put some vocals on one of the first songs, and then Elise came by, which were a friend of ours, and she sang one of these songs, and we posted them on MySpace, and all of a sudden we had a huge amount of hits, a lot of plays, and we were like, what the fuck is happening? And we got tons of emails, and all of a sudden record companies started to send us emails instead of we sending them emails. And then we just sat down and shit, we should probably start a band instead of doing this project. So I actually called Andy up and told him, just so you know, you're in the band. And his response was that, okay, then I don't. That's good to know. Then I don't have to think about it.
So they kind of kidnapped you. Sort of.
So we never sat down and thought out of a plan like, oh, we're gonna start a band. Maybe we should have 3 singers. That would be cool. It was just a pure coincidence.
Actually, that was the tough part when we decided to make it band. Okay, so am I going to play bass and growl, or am I just gonna sing? Or, you know, we kind of at first we planned for me to play bass, but then we kind of spoke about it and I said that, hey, nobody's really done it before to have 3 lead vocalists. So let's just try it.
Yeah.
Well, oh, okay, now I won't call my friend out. I'm kind of embarrassing. He's a fan. He's in America. He just found out about you guys. Can't wait for the new album. Posted on Facebook. You know, he really likes your stuff. And I'm not going to say names. Christopher Blaze, but he made a comparison. He said it's like if you take Celine Dion, Elise, the Incredible Hulk,
But I'm not Greek.
Ricky Martin. Hold on. So I'm like,
Blaze, I'm gonna go get you.
well, I can provide contact info. So, but I didn't know how you wanted to respond to such a compliment or insult. So, have at Christopher, guys.
I think Elise will be really happy to hear the Celine Dion part. I've seen his muscles, and they're nothing compared to the Hulk. And I'm not gay, so.
So no living the Viva Loca coverage stuff coming or anything like that. All right, well, there you go, Chris. There's your answer to your comments.
Cheers.
Now, obviously, we all have influences. I had influences when I actually tried to play guitar and failed. But who would you call your influences that you draw from your music, or even movies? Do you draw from movies or other personality figures or anything like that? guy?
No, my inspiration, like on the vocal side of it, it's Joey Tempest, Mikael Kiske, Bruce Dickinson, Geoff Tate, and guys like that. When it comes to songwriting, I don't know. I don't listen to music anymore, so it's just the old Europe and Bon Jovi stuff that inspired me throughout the years.
Sure.
That's the toughest question of them all, I think, because it kind of changes from day to day. I mean, someday I listen to, I don't know, Nexus on Fire, and the next day I listen to Cannibal Corpse, and the next day I listen to
The soundtrack to the Incredible Hulk.
Flex my muscle. I don't know, Gnarls Barkley or whatever. I mean, so it kind of differs.
Sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about the tour. Obviously, you said it was treated well so far, but you got a lot of countries to go. So, is there any certain countries that you're looking forward to visiting, maybe ones you haven't visited before?
I've never been to Russia. I'm going to Russia. It's going to be really cool. And of course, going back to Japan. That's always awesome.
I was gonna say that we're so spoiled when it comes to the live shows.
Sure.
We're so spoiled. I can't even. I don't know how to pronounce, how to say it, but you know, in 1 year, the first show we played in our hometown was a place smaller than this, 100 attendants or something like that. 1.5 years later, we played on the biggest outdoor, you know, amusement park in front of almost 10,000 people, and everywhere we go, there's always a big crowd, and we love our fans. So if you ask me, what do I, you know, looking forward to? Which country do I like to go? I love them all, but of course, there's some things that you always remember more than others. And Japan is, of course, one of them. First time we played,
because it's so different than what we used to here in Europe or even the US.
Yeah.
If you go, I mean, to Japan, to the other side of the world, I mean, it's so different.
It's like the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, now I'm going to ask a philosophical question. I've not really heard many people ask this in the past before, but obviously metal's been around for 40, 50 years. In music, obviously, because the music business really got started in rock and roll. Through the years, I've seen bands make mistakes, whether it's ego problems, substance abuse, bad management decisions. You would think bands now would kind of learn from that, but I still see bands, new bands, still making the same mistakes. And I was just curious, what kind of mistakes would you guys like to avoid, or have you already avoided some big problems?
The thing was, when we started it and when we decided to make it bad, we actually said to each other then that all these mistakes that we've already done with bad management, bad record companies, bad deals for everything, with our smaller bands, which we released at 3-4 albums each, we put all these stuff down in a basket, and you know, like, here they are. We're not gonna do this again. Of course, we're not perfect. We're gonna do stuff like that. You can never avoid being, you know, like an alcoholic or whatever. But we try to avoid stuff all the time, and we also learn. Every day we play, we learn new stuff. Maybe we shouldn't have done it like that. So.
As long as you don't hit a landmine.
Yeah, but I would. The thing I would avoid most is to, you know, you see on like celebrity rehab and stuff like that. You see what drugs can do to you. That's I would never ever gonna go down that trail.
Well, did you just hear about the country music singer in America that was on celebrity rehab? Female. She was on celebrity rehab. She just committed suicide.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I can't pronounce her last name. Kennedy, or I don't know. You can find it in the news, but her boyfriend just actually committed suicide. Or he died just recently, and then she committed suicide. So that's obviously still a problem in the music industry. for just personal problems in general. But yeah, I understand if you don't want to do the celebrity read. But guys, I just about wrap it up. I don't really have anything else other than, is there anything you want to parting words of wisdom from the Hulk, or Ricky Martin, wisdom, or anything? Chris, you got me killed, buddy. But
no, nice to be here, and thanks for a great interview.
Thank you for having us.
no problem, guys. Thank you.
And I hope you're gonna like the show tonight.
Oh, I will. Most definitely. So, thanks.
Bye. Cheers. Keep peace.
I really appreciate it.